Welcome to part 3 of leadership lessons that could save your career. Today we will speak about a set of pillars under a very important theme, which is teach thinking to your team, not just task capacity. And what we need to understand is many times, whether it is models like situational leadership or helpful leader or whatever you're using, we are very focused on tasks with the team. You're telling the people what to do, how to do, when to do, etc. Much of this does really create a lot of capacity in the team, and the capacity does support because we have a lot of work to get settled, and without capacity we will not get things done. But what happens when you are not around? What happens when exigencies arrive? What happens when things have to be done where you have not given an instruction? If your team is not thinking, then they will stall. They will wait for you. They will wait for your approval. They will wait for your ideation. They will wait for your corrections. They will wait for your review. And many times, this is where escalations will happen. Their relationship will go more bad with each other or with others, or it will look as if they are reluctant, they are not forthcoming, they don't have ownership, they don't have problem solving. Now, you see what is happening? Many times our team is being blamed for not having ownership, accountability, problem solving skills, etc. Because you, as a leader, have not allowed them to think. You have not allowed them to flourish in terms of complicated mental processes. You've not encouraged them to think and ideate with you, and you've not grown them on that process. So, I will leave this with you, and now I'll go to a couple of those pillars where teach thinking and not just tasks. Now, to teach thinking, you can send people to training programs, you can use mental models, you can get them to, attend lectures, watch videos, and there could be war room sort of things that you do, or you could bring in quality processes, Six Sigma kind of approaches, etc. However, I want to cover two critical things that you absolutely must do, and this is where even experienced leaders make mistake. The first pillar that I want to leave with you is stop fixing problems, start framing thinking. And essentially, don't walk into the room and say things like, let me show you, I will tell you how to do it, or let's approach it this way. No, instead of that, you need to start asking very empowering questions. You need to help people think, not just to do, because doing is only going to increase their capacity. It's the thinking that will increase their capability. So ask questions like, how do each one of you think we need to build this, or how do you each one of you think we need to fix this? What can we do in this situation that possibly we have not done in the past? What do we do now that we will feel very proud about? So that's the way you encourage thinking in the team. And nothing wrong with using mental models or referring to certain ways of solving problems. But even within that, you have to encourage people to go beyond the frame and think about the things that possibly are biases, like looking where it is very obvious, or discovering the history of something before trying to fix it, etc. Remember, fixers burn out, but it's the framers who empower others and help them grow. So stop being a fixer and start being a framer of thinking in the team at any given point in time. Do this. The only place I leave a caution with you is somebody is very new, they don't have the technical capability, they don't still have the understanding of the organization. Ideate with them, but they may not be the best person to ask for solutions because they require a little bit of experience to move from the learner to be a doer. So if you have doers in the team, with them definitely you should start framing their thinking. The second pillar that you need to pick up on here to teach people thinking is to protect your own learning discipline. And you heard me right, this is not about your team, this is about you, your own learning discipline. Because again and again, quarter on quarter, year on year, if your team is hearing the same kind of arguments and models and things from you, then they know that you are not upgrading yourself. If you are not upgrading yourself, they will not learn. They will not upgrade. They will only go for tried and tested methods because they see their leader do it. So in your case also, you need to read, you need to write, you need to unlearn, you need to reflect daily. You need to learn harder than you lead. If you don't do that, you will have significant challenges with your own self. You will feel stunted. You will have challenges with your bosses. But even more than that, you will lose control on your team. The minute you stop learning, you start losing your relevance. And not just that, you start losing respect in the eyes of your team members. They will stop thinking, they will stop learning, they will get stuck. So, do your career a favor. Teach your teams how to think, not just do. You can only go so far with capacity. To really play the long term game, you need capability in the team along with capacity that supports it.